Hello and welcome to the introductory video on the tool of JoeSandbox or JoeSecurity. We're going to be diving into one of the most powerful tools in the realm of cybersecurity. Whether you're a cybersecurity professional or just tech curious, this tool has something to offer. So let's jump in. JoeSandbox is a cutting-edge spyware analysis tool designed to help the user understand and combat malicious software. But what makes it stand out from the crowd? It first entered the scene in 2011, and since then, it has become a go-to solution for analyzing and mitigating malware threats. Its long-standing presence in the industry speaks volumes about its reliability and effectiveness. This tool is incredibly versatile and supports a range of operating systems that include Windows, Linux, and Mac, and I'll be getting into this later in the video. Because of this broad support, it ensures that no matter what environment you're working in, you're covered by JoeSandbox. Now, JoeSandbox comes in a number of several tiers and tools. There's a brief overview here which show some of the cloud and on-premise versions of JoeSandbox and what different features it includes. JoeSandbox Cloud Pro not only includes all the different operating system versions, but it also includes the features of a hypervisor, decompilation, machine learning, and detection. And JoeSandbox Ultimate also includes this as a local on-premise option. Currently, the only free version of JoeSecurity is JoeSandbox Cloud Basic. And this is the version of the tool that I'll be conducting my analysis in later videos. The on-premise options include the desktop and ultimate version. The main difference between these two are the different architectures that it is available in. The way that JoeSandbox Cloud Basic works is that you have a number of different options to analyze your malware. Firstly, you can select the different version of the architecture. For my demonstration, I'll be using Windows exclusively, but they do provide Mac OS, Android, and Linux. You can upload any file samples directly and browse to any malicious URLs that you may discover. You can also select a number of different available systems, although some options are unavailable depending on what tier of JoeSandbox you are using. My options include the 64-bit Windows 10 and 64-bit Windows 7. You can tailor the execution and runtime. Additionally, you can also look up any SHA-256 hash of your malware, and this will provide a really in-depth look at what the malware attempting to execute on your computer. You can see here for this hash, it is immediately picked it up as malicious. There is some sample info on the executable. You can also download a full report, a management report, and IOC report. There are some common tags here that you can also look at to get a better and greater understanding of what you may be looking at. And then there's also a behavioral graph as well of the malware, which gives a great visual representation of all the characteristics, as well as a number of IP addresses and ports, location, and a brief description of the functionality of the malware. So why do we choose JoeSandbox? Its industry relevance is unmatched and widely respected for its comprehensive analysis and high accuracy, making it an absolute need in cybersecurity toolkits. With increasing threats in the digital landscape, having a tool such as JoeSandbox at your disposal provides a great upper hand. Not only is it a tool, but it is a community-driven project. Its development is supported by a vibrant community of contributors and developers on platforms such as GitHub. This involvement ensures that the tool remains cutting edge and is responsive to the latest threats. JoeSandbox capabilities include that it excels in dynamic analysis, providing in-depth insights into how malware behaves in a controlled environment. It offers features like automatic report generation, detailed behavioral analysis, and integration with other security tools. These functionalities make it an indispensable resource for understanding and combating malicious threats. Whether you're using the free version or the premium edition, JoeSandbox is a robust, versatile, and community-supported tool that stands out in the world of spyware analysis. Please follow on in the following 3 videos to look at an in-depth analysis with this tool with 3 different spyware samples.